Okay, here we go. The Planet Mikey Show.
He's about to get crazy and wild. Stay for a while. Don't touch your radio dial.
Planet Mikey Show.
Kicking it back, sports talk. Listen to that and stay tuned for some giggles and laughs. Go.
This is the United States of America, most powerful country on this planet. And it's not because we have more money or we're better looking. No, it's because we have something in this country they don't have in other countries. That's right. I'm talking about rednecks.
Welcome to the Planet Mikey Show.
Welcome, everybody. This is your official redneck of the Planet Mikey podcast, Sheng Tao, mayor of Oakland, filling in for Mikey today. Actually, you know what? I got to tell you guys, Bill Smith and Ben Kitchen. I got to tell you both.
What is it, Ben?
I think we should have we could have the most unique intro. If every single podcast, we make a list about what makes me unique to the people in this room and to the people of the universe. Okay. Now, this is not a way of me getting my next job. I'm done with that. All right. This is not me trying to, fluff up my resume.
You're not shooting for a comeback.
No. But I think it would be funny if you, as a professional voice announcer, Bill Smith, that may be the best ever to create ad content in the marketplace of Boston.
You flatter me.
He's no Pete Guston.
Oh,
And,
that's right.
I heard this as a Don Pardo type of intro. And now, the only man in the studio who's, check off if any of these don't fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Covered the World Series, the NBA Finals, the Super Bowl, the Stanley Cup. He met a Beatle, 2 presidents, 200 Hall of Famers, both Cagney and Lacey. He's been to Larry Bird's house, played golf with Gordie Howe, talked to Ted Williams twice, met both MJs, and Bill Russell and John Havlicek and Tommy Heinsohn and Bob Cousy. He worked with the Jersey Mob, did 1,000 jumps on a pogo stick at age 6 without falling off, replaced Howard Stern on the morning show at WCCC Hartford, met the Grateful Dead, the Police, the Cars, Pat Benatar, Hart, Arlo Guthrie, won 3 Emmys and sold 200 cars.
You're right. You got me beat. I did all of those except meet Cagney and Lacey.
Wait,
That's
I'm
the only
not done.
Oh.
Smoked 2,000 joints, got kicked out of 2 schools and 6 radio stations, and was once told, "You're fired" by Donald Trump. That's what makes me different from you guys.
Yeah.
Now, we all have some things in common.
Wow, Mikey.
We've all been thrown out of radio stations.
Yeah. Well, we've all contemplated becoming gay.
Speak for yourself,
I'm
handsome.
kidding, of course. Anyway, wouldn't that be an introduction that would take, first of all, 3 minutes? It would kill 3 minutes of airtime for each podcast?
Yeah.
So let's not do that then.
We can do one like that, Mike. Like next week.
That's okay. Because you know what? It makes me sad when I hear all the things I've done and all the things I have left in my bucket list.
Oh, man.
You know?
What do you have in your bucket list you could
Yeah.
tell us about? Come on.
Let's go.
Well, as I think it
Hold
was Steve Martin.
And now Mikey's bucket list. Right.
Well, as Steve Martin said, I think, I want to climb to the top of Mount Nutnui naked. I really don't have much left in my bucket list. Honestly, I've done most of the things I want to do, Although Katy Perry is on the list. I don't want to sleep with her. I just want to sit with her for a while and
I did do that.
watch her kiss a girl and like it.
I didn't do that. I was her. I was her driver one night.
You were?
Yeah.
She has huge cans.
She's absolutely stunning in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. So I go to the hotel. I was working for Kiss 108 at the time, and I had to drive her from her hotel to the venue for Jingle Ball.
Did you try to cop a feel? Come on.
He thought about it.
Come on.
Thought about it.
Of
I
course
certainly
you-
thought about it. I was
of
like,
course you
this
thought
is
about it.
It's a good reason to get fired.
We are men, after all.
And I get to the front desk, and I was like, I'm here to pick up Miss Perry. She goes, oh, she looks rough. She looks like she's just been blowing lines all night. And I was like,
Really?
God, this is wildly inappropriate for the woman at the front desk of this Radisson to be telling me this.
She
Yeah.
was jealous. That's what she was.
Then she comes down the stairs with like her team with her, like 4 or 5 people. Holy shit, she's amazing looking.
Really?
Yes.
So she didn't look rough at all.
No,
Yeah.
she looked fantastic.
Oh, that's like Marilyn Chambers. Why she went to my dentist in Vernon, Connecticut. She looked real rough when we picked her up at the airport. I mean, we didn't even recognize her. And then she went to, because she had tooth needed to be pulled. She was really in a bad way. But when she got back from the dentist and showed up for the personal appearance, signing autographs,
Yeah.
she looked like Marilyn Chambers right out of the movies. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. Well, people have a way of doing that. They kind of, I don't know, just totally regroup themselves and gloss over all their faults.
It's true. It's true.
Lady
Mike.
Gaga, not very good looking, but fantastic bum.
And she can
Really?
sing.
Fantastic bum.
You
Met
were-
her at the same
you
show.
Were, you were Gaga over her bum?
She was walking around in chaps all night, just backstage.
Assless chaps?
They're all assless.
There you go. I know.
Ashless chaps is something you don't say real loud at a bar in England. Okay, now, we want to thank, first of all, we haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks. Why? Me. Personal issues that were not, life-threatening, but they sure did suck.
Tell us about
No,
them.
I can't. I can't.
You got thrown off the Karen Reed, Jerry. We know that.
Yeah.
Well,
You did a really good job
They
not
f-
talking about it.
Well, once they found out that I'm the one that killed the guy.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
No, seriously, though.
Speaking of which, is the verdict out?
Not yet.
No.
Oh, and then we got big week. This is going to be an unbelievable podcast full of information and really important stuff that most people should learn if they don't know it already.
Really?
Yeah. But first, I want to thank our fine
Oh, yeah.
sponsors.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
What- Is that the sponsor?
We have a
background
little music to it sounds better. It sounds nicer when you say these things.
Well, first and foremost, I had a tremendous game of golf on Sunday at Shining Rock Golf Club in Northbridge, Massachusetts, where our friend and former guest on the show, Mike Stacy, is the golf pro. And he was great. He had some great club. My friend Billy, you know Billy. He was on here. You know Billy.
Yeah.
Billy was up here. We're playing golf. He didn't have clubs with him because he's from Naples, Florida. You ship your clubs around the country
But
when you
still, it's Billy, so I'm sure they treated him well.
But Mike Stacy got him a fine set of golf clubs and hooked us up with a tremendous tee time, and we had fun. By the way, my golf game is, I have clubs I just got, nice ones.
Here, hold on.
I thought it would make.
Hit one.
There you
Oh,
go.
very good.
I thought it would make a difference in my game. You know what's tough about the Shining Rock Golf Club? The first 4 holes. It's like I got on the green, I'm on in regulation. I'm putting for par or birdie or whatever. Now, 3 putts on every single hole. The first 5 I had 3 putts.
How did that happen?
That's like 15 strokes right there, just trying to putt the ball in the cup. I just couldn't putt for shit. I got to get some lessons from Mike Stacy. By the way, he has great clinics for beginning golfers. When women want to start to pick up the game of golf, people have issues with their swing, driving range up there. Mike, is a tremendous teaching professional.
You know what else is nice? The Shining Rock logo.
The logo
Well,
is
they have in the
awesome.
card. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful logo. So
Still no
kudos
verdict
to Shining
as
Rock.
of a minute ago.
What?
Still no Karen Reed verdict as of a minute.
If you're going to keep interrupting my commercial content for your stupid verdict,
Okay. I will.
make it a 2-minute window each time.
Of course, this is Wednesday, the 26th of June, 2024. I'll be okay.
And thanks for the calendar update, too.
That's right.
We're doing well. We're getting all the information out there that's necessary.
Anytime.
And everyone, by the time they're listening to this, will already know the answer to all of this shit.
Anyway, Billy was up here. We had a good time. We went out and ate dinner, and we hung out with my pal Billy down in Florida, who's always fun. And
Is he sponsoring the show now?
Yeah,
no,
I
he's not a
think so.
sponsor. No. The other sponsor that I must mention, because my new police car, the police interceptor that I bought.
The one that's in the driveway right now?
Well, no, I didn't bring it here today because I took it to Pro Automotive. Whenever I say Pro Automotive, it's like a weird thing that happens in the studio.
If you've got trouble with your car, truck, or SUV, Pro Automotive is who to see.
Automotive. ProAutomotiveMA.com. They're going to take care of. I have. You know what? And the car's running well.
Yeah.
There's an check engine light on, and this is a car that I pre-owned police car.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there could be a dead pedestrian stuck in the engine that I didn't see.
I got to say, when
lifted
you
the
brought
hood.
that thing over here, it sat in the driveway, and I thought, look at that. That's a beast.
What have I done now? The police are here again. Anyway, Pro Automotive on South Main Street.
If it's under the car, if it's under the hood, go to Pro Automotive. It'll turn out good.
They will take care of it as they always do a professional business. Because I am now a 4-car family.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Do you have
I
a
got
garage?
2.
Do
I
you
got
have
the
a
great
4-car garage also?
No, I have 2-car garage, but I park a couple of them on the street. The police cars, no one messes with them out there.
That's true.
But I got 4 cars now, and my insurance company loves that. And one of the drivers is 18. They really love that. And then we got, of course, mention the great folks at My Grandma's Coffee Cake. We're 1-800-8-GRANDMA, the world's greatest coffee cake.
You're going to send Billy My Grandma's Cake?
Yeah, I think I should.
Yeah.
The guests on our show receive complimentary, wonderful, shipped right to them fresh off the assembly line, My Grandma's Coffee Cake. Go to mygrandma.com.
Billy could eat that on his new boat.
On his new boat.
Yeah.
You know,
What is it, Mike?
I wish I had a boat.
Do you?
You know, I have a little dinghy.
A boat is merely a hole in the
You see
water
Ben's look on his face when I said that?
surrounded by wood into which you pour money.
He didn't know whether he should be sick about the stupidity and sophomoric nature of that joke or the fact that he had to think about my little dinghy.
No, it was. I was more mad at myself for not knowing that one was
That was
coming.
Damn it.
Well,
Yeah, that's how I felt inside. That's my internal monologue.
Let's do a quick look at sports real briefly because I got some things to say, and I'm sure you do as host of a sports talk show.
Sports.
Hey. Hey.
Y ahora, Deportes del Mundo. Yo soy Miguelito. ¿Qué pasando? Tu pregunta.
First, let's talk about the Celtics. 18. When I think of 18 and I think of the Celtics, I think of Dave Collins.
Yeah.
That was his number. But I also think of now the fact that the Celtics did a really good and I think somewhat predictable job of running the table with all that great personnel that they have. But I got to say this, despite the two J's, one of them's Jalen something, the other one's like Jason or something like that.
Yeah.
So the guy that I like the most has no J in either of his names.
Derek White.
Derek White.
Derek, yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't swear, but I love that guy. He's so great at every little thing. His attitude is great. I mean, the guy lost a bloody tooth, but he got his face banged into the court. The guys I remember getting their faces banged into the court, I loved. Larry Bird, Dave Collins, smashing their face on the hardwood parquet. And then here comes Derek White getting his face mushed into the thing. Does he leave the game? Crybaby his way? No. He plays on, and with a tooth missing. And he said, I give up all my teeth for a championship. So he's a true Celtic. I love that guy. He blocks shots. He led the league NBA guards, all of them, in block shots this year.
He's one of the best guards I've ever seen at blocking shots.
Tremendous. And God bless him. They got to make sure he stays around for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, Derek White.
Hey.
Now, they're going to give him an extension this year. They're going to give, obviously, Tatum's going to get his extension. They're going to be paying a bucket of cash to these guys. And basically, they have a two more year window with kind of what the core is.
You know, and Derek White is, around the league, they're going to be saying, Celtics, they always rely on the white guys.
Oh, man.
He's great, though.
He's fantastic.
He is. So kudos to the Celtics.
So, hold on. Where would this, you've been around for a long time.
Hell yeah.
You've technically been able to see every championship. I doubt you saw the first couple. But you were
person?
alive for them? No, like on television or something, whatever.
Well, I've been there in person for 86, 08, and
where do these Celtics teams rank? What's like the top 3 Celtics teams for you?
You know, first of all, I know it's hard.
86 is one. You can just leave it there.
That goes by itself. That's very special. I think this team has to come in second to that.
I think so too.
Although I don't remember all the details. When Bill Russell was a player coach, I mean that was awesome. And in the 70s when they had Havlicek, and they were great all the time.
Legendary.
But this team has so many good players on it that even the bench guys were good. Pritchard with the half-court three-pointers, a little guy. He's like tiny. He looks tiny compared to the other guys. What's his name off the bench? During the course of the year, Hauser was shooting threes like a maniac. So I mean, you got to really love this team, and the coach is interesting because he's different. He's he never played really. He's just this kind of like this little thoughtful wizard guy.
I like that guy. He's like Yoda.
Yeah, and he seems so deadly serious all the time. Yeah. Really, he doesn't like laugh and smile.
No, he doesn't like fools. He looks at somebody will ask a stupid question. He'll come back with a beautiful answer.
The question we did last year, where he questioned how he doesn't know how to end the game and close it out. He doesn't have any plans. Well, he had plans this year, and they all worked, and they won, and they ran the table. They almost ran the table in both playoff series. It's just a great thing.
Now, the core of this team has about what'd you say, 2 years at least?
Well, no, like with how it's designed right now, all the players you have are either signed for a few more years or about to be extended for a few more years. But if you look beyond Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, you don't want Kristaps Porzingis around in 2 years, 3 years. You're just not going to want. He's not going to be broken.
Yep.
Al Horford is going to
be.
be gone. This is probably going to be his last season. This is upcoming one. Drew Holiday is already 34, I believe. So, again, with these guys, you've only got 2 more years with this entire.
You're talking the big guy position as a generality.
I'm just talking about with Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, Al Horford, your core 6 guys. You've got a year or 2 more.
So they got the skill and the skill set as well to possibly win another championship.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be the favorites going into the season
Next year,
without
maybe,
a doubt.
Maybe the following year, because maybe some big wants to play with the Celtics with this group once Al Horford's gone. Maybe some guy wants to step in there and say, I like this cast. I
Yeah.
can win a championship.
Well, that's the advantage of the situation you're in right now. The Patriots used to always do this too. Was all right. I can sign veteran minimum deals to guys that are still pretty good,
Yeah.
and could get more money, but they really want to win a title.
Well, that's the original formula the Yankees had all those years, too. They would say, the guy would say, I'm holding out for more money. We don't want to pay. Don't forget, you get the World Series money at the end of every year. And for a guy making $30,000 a year, a $3,000, that was a big deal for them. So they wanted to go to the Yankees because they figured they'd make more money. And the Yankees would always be good. And they were right for most of the time. Now, going back to 1965 for a second. Now,
1965.
I know
Go ahead,
you
Mike.
weren't even born yet, Smitty. And, of course, Ben, he wasn't born till 85, right?
yeah,
Something like that.
thereabouts.
I had the 1965 baseball collection of Topps cards.
Ooh.
I had 1 million of all of them. I was like, that was the only thing I gave a shit about
Don't
when I
say-
was 11 years old.
Did your mom throw them out?
Well, some of them.
Yeah.
But when I was 11, I bought, because they were nickel. You know, you buy a pack of 5 cards for a nickel. Now, if you want to call up Turk Farrell, 1965 card, what happened was I bought all these cards, right? And I mentioned this on Twitter the other day and got quite a response. For some reason, I had 12, that right there, the second one. There's 12 Turk Farrell cards
Okay.
in my collection. That's a lot. I had 1 Willie Mays from 1965. Now, does that seem fair to you? I get 12 Turk Farrells and 1 Willie Mays.
That's how it goes, my man.
I mean, when you get a Willie Mays, this is the highlight of your month. You know, you hold that card up and show everybody the 65 Willie Mays. So, I got my 12 Turk Farrells, and you collect baseball cards.
I do.
Right. So what I'm willing to offer you, Ben, is 7 Turk Farrells
For what?
for 1 Willie Mays. All right? Yeah, are you in?
No, I don't
you
think I
suck.
can do that.
You're greedy.
Wait, just 1 Willie Mays card, not necessarily a 1965 Topps. I can do
So-
that.
Anyway, because back then you put them on your spokes of your bicycle. You put them on there with clothespins, and your bike would sound like flap, 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 flap.
So my dad's a couple years older than you, and he collected, and his older brother collected when they were kids, and they had everything. 52 Mantles,
Yeah.
Mays,
Yeah.
through 54
penny
Hank
a card.
Aaron's.
They paid for those.
They had everything basically through the early 60s, from 50 to 64, probably.
Yeah.
Everything. My uncle was living out in Seattle, Washington. My grandmother sent him the cards, and
That was the end of that.
they disappeared.
Whoa, serious?
Just
Oh, that's you know what?
as in, I
That's
think
grand
I
larceny.
think he got them and sold them and said they disappeared.
Oh, okay. Oh, so either that's grand larceny or a real
Look at
liar.
These, look at these the kid has. Are these worth anything? Oh, no.
Well, a complete set, clean, and it is worth a lot of money. 65. That was a great year. So the thing about Turk Farrell that you don't know, and you don't know,
Okay.
where was he born?
He was born in East Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston.
Yeah.
He was born in Boston. How did you know that? I thought you were.
I know Turk Farrell. We go way back.
He pitched for the Houston Colt 45s.
That's right.
The expansion. Now that wasn't a beer. That was a gun. So I think they decided Astros was a little bit.
That's pretty hilarious.
like
They named their team after a gun.
a gun. The Houston Colt 45. You don't like it? We'll shoot your ass.
He died in Great Yarmouth, England,
Yeah, which is nowhere near Boston, but born in Boston. See,
at age 43.
See.
Now
Now,
I need to know how this fucker died.
he had a heart problem.
Oh, he was killed in a car accident.
That's what I meant. Well, the heart problem happened right as he was about to
The
crash.
car hit his heart.
Oh shit!
He saw that car coming toward him at 80 miles an hour. He said, "My heart!" And he died. You didn't know that. All right, so now I went to Big O's induction into the Massachusetts Association of Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was a great event. Why? I'll tell you why it was great. I'm 8 years out of WEI, almost to the day. I got fired about 8 years ago, and I hadn't seen any of these guys. You know, Pete Shepard was there, and Dino Dennis was there, Jerry Callahan, Jason Wolf, Julie Kahn.
Did everybody look the same?
No.
As you remembered them?
No.
They lost a lot of weight.
Well, who?
All of them. Everyone. It looked like there was a combined like 600 pounds missing from the room.
Well,
Between Dino, Big Andy, Callahan.
well, there was a lot of that, you know, but they left they had, like Oprah, she came out with a wagon full of 50 pounds worth of fat meat. Remember? She showed how much she lost.
on the wagon.
Yeah. Nobody was pulling their wagon there. But it was good to see all these old faces from the glory days of WEI, if you will, all gathered together, all sitting at the same table. I also saw the guy that fired me. Phil Zachary was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he say anything to you?
Well, he finally did. I think he was avoiding me because, he's kind of a notorious pussy. So when he finally came up and said, I just want to say hello. And I said, oh, yeah. I said, I remember you. I remember that great going away party you had for me. Remember when he locked me out of the studio?
That's
That's right. So I'm like, whatever. He was uncomfortable with it, I'm sure. But
I always got along great with Phil.
Yeah. Well, I did too until the end when he made me persona non grata grandiosa. At the end. But it was aside from seeing him, and I was happy to see that Mutt wasn't there. So, but it was a fun time, and we, I saw some folks from NECN because Allison King went into the Hall of Fame as well. She was the political reporter for that. I worked there back with her in the '90s.
Yep.
So it was really, really fun, and we ate we had the dry chicken.
Yes.
It was pretty dry. And I had to take the little ladle they put you for your salad dressing?
Yeah.
I had to pour salad dressing on my chicken so I could even eat it. It was dry as fuck. I mean, it was. Holy shit. I said to the lady who's brought it to me, I said, how long has this chicken been dead? Like 3 weeks over here? But that was a fun event, and happy for Big O. It was great to see Glenn because he's out in Arizona now.
Yep.
And he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He did so remarkable things for WEEI, and his personal accomplishments, ratings-wise, were.
Plus, wasn't he chosen to do the voiceover for a tribute to Larry Bird?
He's the voiceover to the
Celtic special.
It's in the Larry Bird Museum in Indiana.
And who better to do it?
Nobody.
No one.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Glenn
He's
Ordway.
really good at that too.
Johnny Most could have added to that, but he died.
That's true.
Hold on. So there was 9 people that were honored at the Hall of Fame ceremony?
I think so.
8 of the video packages were nice and well done, and you got a sense of the person.
Yeah.
The 9th video package was trash.
Who was it for?
Glenn?
Oh, really?
Whoever did it, it
was
didn't do
awful.
There was a lot better and more video highlights of Glenn than could have gone into
They
that.
played 4 clips of Johnny Most calling a Celtics game.
But
It didn't use Glenn. And I'm like, you're honoring Glenn. Use the clips from him from the Celtics games. What are you doing?
And plus, he's got millions of radio clips that are hilarious things that happened in 20 years of that show. Anyway, a guaranteed good time for all. Now, I don't want to go all political here, but just for a second.
We don't want you to go political either, right, Ben?
Right.
Can I just for a second?
Sick
I'm going to
of this
just say a name, and then you guys are going to tell me what you think of this.
You're going to say it to silence because we're not involved in these shenanigans.
Yes, you are. You are now.
Nope.
What do you think of what's going on at the Norfolk prison?
Everybody's entitled to be an idiot.
They're going to pack that place, a community of 11,000 people with 600.
It's going to destroy the community. I mean, it's just wrong.
The
It's
classrooms are going to be over. They have probably small classrooms at schools. They're going to be doubling in size if people don't speak English.
There's
It's
no
a mess.
justification for any of this crap.
You know,
This is
I don't even know
stupid.
what you're talking about.
you know, the Norfolk prison, they're going to turn into a homeless shelter for new immigrants because the state is overrun and the shelters are full and we're overflowing with
Not only that,
illegal.
they got to rehab the whole thing with plumbing and bedding and
Yeah.
everything.
By the way,
kitchens.
do you call them illegal aliens or do you call them undocumented?
No, they're illegal aliens. Is exactly what they are.
That's what they're defined as, you know, and it doesn't mean they were born illegally or that they shouldn't be allowed to live.
I like
What
the
it
little
means
sign
is-
you see on people's lawns, you know, like, no human is illegal. Well, just
You step
shut
on
up.
my lawn, you're fucking illegal. I'll tell you that.
Get off my lawn.
No, but the Norfolk community is up in arms, obviously. You know, but the cheerleaders were out there. You know, the cheerleaders are funny.
Yeah.
They say, you know, Norfolk High School. We are the girls from Norfolk. We don't drink. We don't smoke. Norfolk, Norfolk, Norfolk. You know, they're funny. I mean, they're just they're cute that way.
Yeah.
You know, and now they're out there cheering on
liars.
Huh?
I said they're liars.
Well, yeah. Okay, now I'll throw out another thing.
Yeah.
The guys, the two ass wipes pieces of shit that killed that 12-year-old girl in Texas, Jocelyn, the cute little girl with braces.
No kidding.
Death penalty?
Yes. Yep.
How can anyone in this country be against the death penalty when there's two pieces of shit like that still alive?
Just see you later. Boom.
It's almost like they should say to the parents, to the father, you know, here, you got an hour in this room. You can do whatever you want to these guys.
Here's a knife. Here's a
Here-
bat. Here's a gun. Here's a
a
rope.
a meat mallet. You know, we're gonna whatever you want. You get an hour, and then we're gonna have to come in and stop you and clean up. I mean, honestly, the death penalty, I'm so for because you can't give those people life and feed them for the rest of their lives at taxpayer expense. They killed.
Doing everything else with taxpayer expense.
I mean,
Jesus.
the things they did to her makes me sick. All right, how about Alvin Bragg has dropped the charges for the Columbia protesters. You know, the Columbia University protesters?
Yeah.
You know how he loves to drop charges? I mean, unless it's Trump.
Well, he's special.
He just comes in and says, oh, what'd the guy do?
Is this the DA in New York?
Yeah.
Alvin, fat
Oh,
Alvin.
he stabbed somebody that was trying to, rob his store. Oh, no, he got to put him in jail. What did he do? Well, he killed 3 people, allegedly. Well, you got to give him bail. He lets people out. That's his hobby, letting people out, felons.
Yeah.
And now he says, well, no charges for the... And they took over a campus. They forcibly took over buildings and ruined shit.
Yep.
They got nothing.
No.
Alvin Bragg.
The George Soros DA. I guess he took a lot of Soros money to get elected.
Oh, yeah.
I
They're all over
like
the
George Soros.
You do?
And the Soros Foundation. Wonderful people.
Oh, hold on.
I still work it.
Would-
Yeah.
Yeah, who was it? that
They're
bought-
our owners now.
Who bought Odyssey? Oh,
George Soros.
Some guy named George.
George.
Speaking of George,
It's a wonderful
you ever
man.
hear of George Gascon?
Yes, Mayor
Gascon.
Gascon, yeah.
One of his
Mayor Gascon in Los Angeles?
one of his prosecutor DAs is getting raked over the coals for investigating private files of uniformed police people in the community, trying to get dirt on the blue.
Yeah.
You know, this is a filthy fucking guy. What's with these guys named George?
I don't know.
Yeah, George Washington was good. He couldn't tell a
most
lie.
part.
He couldn't tell a lie.
George Peppard.
George Peppard in the
George Jefferson.
the A team. Yeah, I mean George Washington was so honest he couldn't even tell. You know why?
George of the Jungle.
You know why cherry trees smell?
Why?
George Washington cut one.
Damn it.
Okay, now how about this name for you?
What?
Jamal Bowman.
Jamal, you mean the...
I have his rookie card.
the fire alarm guy?
The fire alarm guy, the guy who was ranting in the park yesterday with AOC, running around like a little cheerleader. And then he gets up there and he's motherfucking the audience.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, you hear him?
Yeah.
This is a guy who was a former principal of some schools, and now he's a congressman. He's up there MF in the crowd in front of all these kids. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
And he lost. He lost. He's out.
AOC said there were like 1,500 people there. It was more like 200 or 300. Yeah.
She sucks. She's a liar. You okay, Ben?
Yep.
Bless you. Gesundheit.
Bless my heart.
I hear that Joe Biden has taken 5 or 6 days now, I think it is, to do,
Who's that?
to do the debate prep. Wait, he's been president for 3.5 years, and he needs to prepare to answer for what? For things he's done? for his policies, for what he wants to do?
No, it's called memorizing your lines.
I'm telling you right now, they're taking this 5 or 6 days to make sure that he takes 5 or 6 dumps and doesn't do one in his pants on Thursday night.
But is
because
it-
that would ruin the debate.
Really Joe Biden, or is it some guy with a mask? See, have you seen what the mask technology is?
yeah.
It's unbelievable. You can't tell.
Well, in 3 years, he's gone, and he wasn't that with it 3 years ago, but now you can tell. And they say the job of president really takes its toll. Well, you know what? Guess what? He's decrepit.
Yeah.
He can't walk, he can't talk, he can't think. So
How old is he right now? 80?
82, I think.
Yeah.
How old's Trump? Like 77?
77.
about
yeah.
4 years difference, something like that. But anyway, there's a vast difference between
They're
the
saying that
cognitive.
Trump's losing his cognitive abilities.
Yeah. I mean, what's the debate? You know what Trump should do? Seriously, they get up on the debate stage, and the first question he should say to Biden is there poop in your pants right now? So you have to tell the truth.
They couldn't cancel his mic fast enough.
Because
What's that smell, Joe?
is there one? And Donna Brazile was given the questions to Hillary last time that CNN had control of a debate, right?
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Well, you know that he's already got the questions. Biden's already got the questions, so he's studying how to answer each question that's going to be asked about the questions. Because CNN got those and gave them to Jake Tapper and gave them to Dana Bash or whatever her name is.
And you don't think that Biden's already got the questions?
That's what I'm saying. Biden has them.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got them.
Yeah.
But Trump is going to be like freewheeling like he always is. He's Mr. Ad Lib on these at all these different events. But how can Biden win this debate? How?
Well, he's got 2 hardcore liberals as moderators. They're going to set everything up. I think they're the ones with the finger on the mic cancel button. So if he tries to talk over Joe Biden, boom, it's gone. If he tries to reply and he's saying something they don't like, boom, he's gone.
Well, CNN already attacked someone mentioning about attacked Jake Tapper as someone who's been comparing Trump to Hitler for 7 years.
Yeah, and she just brought that up, and all of a sudden they shut her off.
One of the moderators has been calling Donald Trump Adolf Hitler for 7 years every single time he's on the air.
One of their big-time moderators, yeah.
I hate Jake Tapper.
It's just...
That's so messed up.
It's totally
Trump's
messed up.
terrible at art.
Tapper, I didn't even touch her. Donna Brazile gave the questions to Hillary. That's going on right now. And the first thing I would say, too, is, so how's your economy, Joe? Oh, this inflationary problem. Is there anybody else you can give free college to? Maybe you could pay for everybody's trade school or diapers for every baby in America, chicken in every pot.
Don't give them ideas.
It's unbelievable scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. I had to get that off my chest. I feel better now.
At the end of your political
No.
rant?
Yeah,
Well,
remember
I got-
when we said no politics?
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Oh, man.
All right.
Let me just tell you
You
something.
can delete that section.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you something, okay? I got one more, and it's not even a political story, really.
What is it, Mike?
It's about, do we have a headline sound, a sound effect, something that's a newsy?
Let's try
No, that's not newsy.
It would do news.
That's
News to me.
bluesy.
And now headlines with Mike Adams.
Hi, I'm Mike Adams, a sports anchor and generally knowledgeable person, and this is my mug. They're not available in stores.
With a mug like that, you
Or
could
anywhere.
develop a drinking problem.
Or anywhere near Yukon. Well,
You're really pleased with that one?
And now here's
not
Mike.
available in stores.
Here's Mike with the headlines. Go ahead, Mike.
Or anywhere near Yukon. I mean, you got to know what. Mutt would have laughed at that.
My dad went to Yukon. I went.
After Representative Lauren Boebert, Colorado, nearly lost her House seat in November 22, many observers in both parties were ready to write her political obituary.
Yeah.
But the controversial firebrand clinched an opportunity for a safer path to re-election when Ken Buck retired, leading to running the more safely red 4th District instead of the swingy 3rd District she'd been representing, right?
There you go.
She still had a competitive primary. They accused her of carpetbagging. She also had to grapple with a lingering controversy after she was kicked out of a theater last year where she was accused of causing a disturbance by getting groped by her boyfriend
That's right.
on
That
the
was
hidden
her.
camera.
Oh man, you can't hide. You can't hide. She's just being herself.
She apologized for that, but in order to win the primary, she allegedly promised that everybody who voted for her could get a free grope.
Really? Oh.
Reach around for her supple exuberant breastages.
Lauren Boebert. She's a good sport.
I made up the last part of
That's
that.
all right.
She didn't really offer that. Ben's all excited. He's like, "Well, can I get to Colorado?"
You really bummed me out there, buddy.
Excuse me. A top Biden administration. I should get my glasses.
Oh,
out.
I thought we weren't doing politics.
This is-
I got one more story.
This isn't politics. This is actual reality.
And now more news.
A top Biden administration health official successfully pressured an international group of medical experts to do away with age limit guidelines for transgender procedures, including gender-changing surgery for minors, according to an unsealed court document. Admiral Rachel Levine, who's a guy, the Assistant Secretary for Health at the Department of Health and Human Services, feared that the WPATH, which is World Professional Association for Transgender Health, their latest draft guidelines would make it difficult for American transgender youth to obtain access to the procedures. Why would anyone want that to be difficult for someone?
I know.
For a kid.
WPATH guidance, that's WPATA. I hate all these anagrams. Is that what it's called?
yeah.
Is that what that's called, an anagram?
Yeah.
They recommended minimum age minimums for what do they call when you put a bunch of letters together? The ASPCA, the NAACP.
Oh, Jesus.
What's
Why
it
are we all
called?
so stupid.
What's it called? It's not an anagram?
No.
What is it? A telegram? Gram of Coke? What is
Oh,
it?
shit. Now, how do I even look it up?
You don't even worry. Don't worry about it. You call me later. Anyway, so WPATH guidance recommended age minimums of 14 years old for hormone treatment, age 15 for mastectomies, 16 for breast augmentation, and 17 for genital surgeries.
Great.
Well, to me, the breast augmentation thing shouldn't be one of the last ones on it. It should be one of the first ones. Secondly, those numbers are too low. You got to be 18 to do any of this shit, if you ask me. Does that make sense?
Seems to make sense.
Acronym?
Acronym.
Wow, we're all so fucking
this-
dumb.
sounds like anagram.
So dumb.
So what do you think of that? 14 too young for that stuff?
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
But they say, no, the child knows. Yeah.
I can't wait till some 14-year-old comes up and goes, I identify as a cigarette smoker, so you have to legally sell them to me.
Right. Yes.
Like, that's the stupid-ass shit we're heading towards.
Yeah.
Everything is stupid.
I think I'm a 35-year-old man. I should be able to vote.
Well, yes.
How old are you really?
Yeah.
8?
Men are women and women are men. Squatters have more rights than the homeowners they squat in.
This is called hate speech, according to some.
Can I tell you something? How fucked this country is right now? There's got to be a major
It's still
change.
pretty good, though.
Look what they've done to the military.
We still got it pretty good.
How about this? Are you ready?
I guess
'Cause
we
there's
are.
more.
I had a story, but I guess
More politics?
Bailey Ann Kennedy. Bailey Ann Kennedy was
Kennedy.
crowned the new Miss Maryland in June, becoming not only the first transgender woman to win the title, she's a guy, but also the first Asian American to achieve the coveted honor. She's changing her name to One Hung Lo. No, I'm kidding.
Stupid ass.
With her crystal embellished tiara perfectly placed on the top of his head.
Yeah.
Her head.
Which one?
Kennedy waved and smiled at people during the recent Baltimore Pride Parade in downtown Baltimore. Kennedy strutted down the rainbow-painted sidewalk with her husband by her side. Now, wait. So she was a guy. She married a guy. And he's with her, strutting down the thing because she won Miss Maryland, USA.
Now you're making sense.
I'm not confused, though.
Come on now.
Oh, the Miss is short for Mister.
The Miss Maryland USA sash was placed across her pink Barbie doll dress. Residents stopped to take pictures with Kennedy, congratulating her on his historic win.
Wow.
She says, I'm going to try to do her voice.
Ready?
To be able to be in this position and be able to make an impact on my community, especially with the LGBTQ1A plus community, that's an anagram. I just want to be able to make an impact. Kennedy told him.
Next time we do these segments, give me a heads up so I can turn Bill and my cameras off.
At 31 years old, Kennedy said she decided to compete in her first pageant ever after Miss USA lifted restrictions on contestants who are married, over 28 years old, and have a dick. I added that last line.
That was good, yeah.
Sorry, but this is what the state of the world is here. You can be Miss America if you're a guy and you have some scrotum. I'm sorry, but I say these things and I can't even believe I'm doing it with a straight face.
I know.
No.
Is there more?
Just a little bit. This is kind of back to sports a little bit.
Sports. Okay, hold on.
Stephen A. Smith.
Sports music.
Yeah.
Are you combining sports and politics, you
I
son
don't
of a bitch?
know. I'm trying to get this answered in my head.
Now sports with Mike Adams.
Stephen A. Smith, very smart guy. I think we'll all agree on that. Very verbose, circumlocutive a little bit. Stephen A. Smith has a message for white folks.
Oh, I'm listening.
Shut up and listen.
I already said I was listening, jerk.
I know. That's what he said. Last week, Smith shamed the Los Angeles Lakers for hiring J.J. Redick and cited sources saying black coaches were, quote, upset that LeBron James started a podcast with a white co-host while his black head coach, Darvin Ham, was perceived to be on the hot seat.
Is this getting any more
Really?
stupid?
It's basketball.
Oh, man.
Smith addressed criticism of his report on Monday. Quote, black coaches called a black commentator to complain about a black superstar doing a podcast while his black head coach was on the hot seat before he ultimately lost the damn job, Smith said. What does that have to do with white folks? Some things are none of your damn business. It's basketball. Yeah. It's the NBA. It's like, okay.
Your logo is a white dude. You fucking idiot. The logo, the silhouette is Jerry West, a white guy.
Yeah. The report says a couple of points. First, Smith's report doesn't only involve black people. It primarily involves Redick, a white man. Second, since when are white people not permitted to comment on topics that involve black players and coaches? Does that mean Smith and his almost exclusively black cast on First Take weren't allowed to comment on the Tom Brady-Bill Belichick drama? Ooh. I mean, it's a good point.
Sure.
You can't just take people's right to comment out and throw race into it and say, well, it's sports, you assholes.
Those who complain about racism are usually the racists themselves. That's all. They hear it and they see it everywhere.
The white folks Smith references are ESPN host Pat McAfee and Fox Sports Radio host Doug Gottlieb. Gottlieb named Smith by name. He said, let me state this carefully. Stephen A. Smith is a race baiter. He's disgraceful saying that on national TV. Mm-hmm. Disgraceful. J.J. Redick and LeBron James are clearly friends. They have a relationship. They have mutual respect for one another. The only one who's making it out to be a racial thing is Stephen A.
Yeah.
He's creating this. This is honestly pure evil. This is what bad people do.
Ooh. And Stephen A. is also salty that McAfee's at ESPN and as big a star, if not bigger than him, and getting bigger guests and having all these big things, all this attention focused on him.
And Smith answered that charge. He said it was a black-on-black thing, but you've got other folks who will remain nameless working for other networks with their irrelevant-ass selves popping their junk. I mean, this is like much ado about absolutely no, or should be.
He has a way with words.
Much ado.
He's good at his job.
Yeah.
He's a fucking idiot, but he's good at his job.
He tends to become involved in his own, his ego takes him to places where he shouldn't really need to go.
Yeah.
Well, he basically got Max Kellerman thrown off that show because people were getting pissed at Stephen A. and being like, why is Max Kellerman blacker than you? I'm serious. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Like, that was talk in certain communities.
I'm just so sick of the race thing. To me, becomes something that's interjected into situations where it doesn't belong. I saw a tweet the other day I thought was great. It was a picture of a dark brown egg, a light brown egg, and a white egg all next to each other. And this is race simplified for stupid people. Brown egg, lighter brown egg, white egg. And then it showed a picture down below of 3 fried eggs, and they were all yellow with white, and they were exactly the same. It's like, take it from the microcosm to the macrocosm for a second. Think of it that way, and you're thinking the only thing separating the whole thing is skin color. That's it. And if you're going to make an issue out of it, then you're the racist.
It's the way it works.
There, I've said my piece.
You solved racism.
I did, with 3 eggs. 3 eggs and ham.
Damn it.
I want to thank Bill Smith. I want to thank Ben Kitchen, and I want to thank myself
And
for
Billy.
being here today. And my friend Billy in Florida, who listens all the time. Mike Stacy, the golf pro. And we're going to leave you with this Joe and Jerry, Barefootin' by Robert Parker. Everybody get on your feet. You make me nervous when you're in your seat. Take off your shoes, unhide your feet. We're doing a dance that can't be beat. We're barefootin'. We're barefootin'. Barefootin', Joe. Yeah, barefootin'. Hey, Troop, went to a party the other night. Long, tall Sally was out of sight. Threw away her wig and her high sneakers, too. She was doing a dance without any shoes. She was barefootin', Joe. That's Shaw's. She was barefootin'. 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 Hey, little girl with your red dress on. I bet you can barefoot all night long. Take off your shoes and throw them away. Come back and get them another day. We're barefootin'. Barefootin'. Better than barebacking. We're barefootin'. Barefootin'. Hey, everybody, we're barefootin'. Take off your fucking shoes. I put them back on. Little John Henry, he said to Sue, if I barefoot, would you barefoot too? Sue told John, I'm 32. I was barefooting since I was 2. Barefooting! Hey, barefooting! They was barefooting. We barefooting. Something smells in here. It's the barefooting people, Joe. Stinky feet. Smells like Fritos in here. Smells like an old hamper. Smells like your ass.